All right, today's video I'm going to do a cleanup on this Proto scraper. I did a video recently where I picked up some items in a garage sale and I mentioned how nice the blade was on this. Measures at least an inch, really nice square shank, but the handle is just shot. It looks like it's that acetate that's deteriorating, and I figured I'd just pop it off and save the blade. And I heard it from the community, hey, you gotta try to give that thing a resto. So let's get to it and see if I can make this thing look like new again. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is, before I attack the handle, is I'm gonna see what I can do to just knock some of this rust off the wire wheel, clean this up a little bit with just some soap and water, and see exactly what I'm dealing with. All right, the handle's a little better than expected underneath. It wasn't completely corroding once I kind of scraped it all off. Didn't go at it too hard, just wanted to get some of that mold and whatnot off of it. And as you can see, after the wire brush, got some really deep staining there. So this is a nice square shaft. So I think what I'm going to do is square up the belt sander and just kind of hit these squares all the way down. And that, I think, will take care of that. And then we'll try to address the handle after the shaft is done. As you can see, it got not perfectly, sealed. They drove this handle in there and left that open, and due to that, some rust got in there. So I really, if I'm going to polish up this handle, I want to see if I could get that rust out of there. So we'll see if we can figure that out as well. All right, let's go back to the shop. All right, there it is the next day. Unfortunately, the evaporust did not take out as much as I would have liked in the handle with the rust. I guess I'll just have to submerge it next time I have a batch that's large enough to just leave it in there for maybe 24 hours. I did pump some in there, as you saw, with the brush, and I tried the gel, I tried the regular, left it overnight, but that's as good as it was going to get, which isn't terrible. It's kind of a compliment to how well the handle came out, that you could actually see that rust now and how pronounced it is. So a couple of things I've learned: you gotta get the sequence right on this. So should have done the handle first and then the blade, because then once I had the evaporust and all the stuff, it oxidized this raw metal you know, this metal's got to be, it starts to flash rust right away and stain. It's got to be treated once it's done, so you got to be ready to go on that. So what I did is I put a nice coat of maxi film on it. It still is not dried yet. I just put it on a little while ago. I'll let that thin coat dry. If you haven't seen my video on that, check it out. It works great on unprotected rust steel like this. And then I'll add another coat. But take a look. Overall, really nice finish on that blade, huh? Not bad. Tiny little bit of pitting there. I just could not get below because didn't want to make the blade too thin. Otherwise, I think it came out great. And most importantly, this was really just a trial to see if I could get that handle clean. And WD-40 with steel wool. I only had a 00 steel wool. I think Magdag told me to go to a 40 steel wool. Used the plastics. Used the flits, used, you know, this to wet sand, the WD-40. So I just really wanted to thank everybody who encouraged me to not scrap this handle and give it a shot. And I'll tell you what, it just feels great now because of all of that sanding. It probably definitely feels better than it ever did out of the factory, having that nice, smooth, rounded, I mean, just like butter from all the sanding. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.